Okay, if everything has gone according to plan, we should be live on YouTube. Hello everyone and welcome to the big Nintendo Switch 2 review. I know this kind of stuff would usually go on the Avrona World channel, any Nintendo Direct, stuff like that, but because they'll be announcing new hardware, because we'll be seeing exactly, you know, brand new stuff when it comes to, like, brand new hardware, a brand new console, seeing everything that Nintendo and Nvidia cooked up together. It's why it's going on this main channel. Sorry for the kind of lack of uploads the last couple of days, by the way. I was away in Poland for a couple of days for my friend's birthday, and also because it's this very weird period where there is just like not much going on in terms of just, wow, stuff being released and stuff like that. Hence why, you know, this kind of a great opportunity to get back into things. We have 2 minutes left before the big reveal, before we know everything, before, you know, it's a new era of Nintendo hardware. And I'm still very, very intrigued because we have never seen this kind of direct sequel before, maybe ever since, what, going from the NES to the SNES? It's basically the same thing, but replace the word super with just a 2 at the end. For the last 20 years or so, Nvidia has always made it that every new console is something big, something new, something completely out of left field, and that has kind of not happened this time around. Though, of course, they could still very much surprise us. Why can't you see me? There we go, now you can see me. Boop, there we go. So I'm very curious to see what, if anything, will be really different apart from just the hardware's better. We know quite a bit about it already, because all the leaks have kind of ruined a lot of it. We do know that it's going to be, what, Ampere based, I believe. It's going to have, obviously, a lot of DLSS functionality, given how render scaling is something that the Switch already did a lot, but it just used some internal NVIDIA models, not NVIDIA models, like internal Nintendo model, so it wasn't as good. Well, we see people already in chat as well. Hello, hello to Snowflake. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, everyone, let me know your predictions before we start, especially when it comes to that C button that, well, no one really has any idea what on earth that could be about. So that's going to be very much interesting. 25 seconds until we know everything. This is weird. This is actually weird. I still remember back when the Switch 1 was coming out. What a more innocent time that was. I just, yeah, it's like, what, 7 years now, something like that. Actually insane. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's get this show started, shall we?
Peggy 18.
Oh, that's loud. Hopefully that didn't, like, was too loud for you as well. But also, already 18? Why on earth is it Peggy 18? That's very un-Nintendo-like. Okay, let me know if the audio volumes are fine, because I don't have any preview on my side. So I'm just relying on you telling me if the volume levels are okay or not. Okay, here we go. Starting off the new Mario Kart. I'm still... Why is it Peggy 18? There's a part of me that's really, really hoping it's Peggy 18 because Eternal Darkness 2, but it's probably not that. But we're starting off with the games, not the hardware, the games. To be fair, okay, I really need to turn this down a bit further. Actually, no, I can just turn down here. There we go. Okay, levels should still be fine for you guys, at least from what I'm seeing here in OBS, but again, please, oh please let me know. But yeah, starting off the games may not be the dumbest thing if they show off exactly what the new console is capable of. I believe, yeah, just the amount of players. I think it's what, 24 in Mario Kart? Like, that's already a pretty big selling point too, hardware-wise, what the console is capable of. And given how we had just pretty much the same Mario Kart ever since the Wii U, I guess, you know, people are kind of desperate for a new one there, so that makes sense. What on earth? You can be a cow. Cool. I'm not a huge Mario Kart player, so I have it for my Switch, but I have no idea if any, like, if the courses are from older games, if some of the characters are from older games or something. Yeah, 24-person online Mario Kart. That's gonna be chaotic fun if the servers can handle it, though. Really? They're not calling it 9? Why? Just get on with it, please. Show us the hardware. They don't have direct audio translation, which is interesting.
ゾータです。任天堂スイッチ2のディレクターをしています。佐々木です。任天堂スイッチ2の本体設計を担
So I
当
guess
してい
it's
ます。
spending a whole presentation looking at the bottom third of the screen.
任天堂スイッチ2の専用ソフトマリオカートワールドです。さて、
To
新
be
しいマ
fair,
リ
do
オ
you
カー
guys
トは
remember
どんな風になっているでしょ
during
う。
the presentation for the original Switch, they had a one translator who was probably his first and last day on the job.
Entry in the Mario
Maybe they
Kart
wanted to avoid
series
that.
is launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
So the tracks do look really cool, though.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Dude, it's so weird that they're starting with this, though. They're doing a full reveal before they do anything of the actual Switch 2.
And
I
in
guess they
this
want
Mario Kart game,
to... I guess they really want to build
you
up
can
that...
go off the racetrack
hype.
and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
So there's like no limits, like no
In
set
the
track or
classic
something. That could
Grand
be kind
Prix,
of cool.
race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh?
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history.
Wait, so you have to,
the
like, drive
competition
between
is gearing
races?
up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
I think that's what it is. I think it's just
There
a
are
fully
multiple
open world
checkpoints along the way.
Mario Kart. That is
If you're
such
below
an
the
intriguing
placement shown when you
direction
hit a
for
checkpoint,
franchise.
you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road,
Okay,
you can
so that's kind of
explore
cool.
new
I don't know if I
areas
would
and
buying it
routes.
day one or not, but
So
we'll
drive
see.
wherever your heart takes you.
Now show us actual console,
You
please.
can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
It's in terms of just the, you know, obviously it's great that the Switch 2 can handle that many players, but in terms of just graphics, it doesn't look that much different so far.
A brand new race across the
Granted,
entire
Mario
world
Kart isn't
starts
definitely
here.
something you use to
Mario
highlight
Kart
a
World.
graphical prowess of a
The
console.
game launches on the same day
But
as
still.
Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared.
It
in
launches on the
upcoming
same
Mario
day as the
Kart
Switch
World
2,
Direct.
which is,
So be
well,
on the
you don't know
lookout for
yet,
more
so
information
that's
in the
useful.
future.
They'll probably reveal later, but
マリオカートワールドは任天堂スイッチ2と同日に発売します。さらに詳しい内容は後日改めてご紹介
okay,
しま
launch
すので
title Mario Kart World, cool.
続いては任天堂スイッ
Let's
チ
go
2で新しくできることをご紹介していきます。これはスイッチ2のジョイコンでジョイコン2と呼んでいます。
Very reasonable naming
右
scheme.
のジョイコン2には新たに C ボタンを追加し
Yes,
ました。
yes, we do know. We do know
こ
there's a
の
new C
C ボ
button.
タンで皆さんを新しい体験へお連れし
Please,
ましょう。
please show us what pressing it, what on earth it even does. They're doing a whole trailer for the C button. I am alone. Thanks, thanks for pointing that out.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. That was you. So quick.
Is it voice chat?
Wait,
Is that what it is?
Nix, I'm coming for you.
All of it, all of the speculation. Is it the cursor button? Is it
Introducing
like
Game
a
Chat,
new capture
new
button?
feature for Nintendo Switch
No, it's a
2.
chat button.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
It's a physical chat button. That's the mystery.
With this feature,
That's the whole
you'll
mystery.
be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
I'm kind of annoyed by it. Probably because I'm kind of lonely
While
and I'll
using
probably
the
never
game
use
chat
it, but
feature,
still.
your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the console.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
I wonder how many people are even going to use this over
It
just,
can pick up your
you know,
speaking voice
Discord.
clearly, even from a distance.
If it featured Discord integration, like full on just Discord
let's make a
in
left right
the
here.
Switch or
Let's make a
When
something,
it's noisy
or
around
linked
you,
accounts or
your
something.
voice will still
That
come
would be
through
cool.
clearly, letting you chat
But-
with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's all pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat
I wonder what
menu
noise
and
cancelling would
turn
be
on
like if
game
you're not
screen
using
sharing,
headphones though, because that lady wasn't using headphones.
There we go.
So how good is
you
it
can
at?
also share your game
Wow.
screen. Did you
That
see
looks
the controls on the
atrocious.
console?
Did you see the frame rate in those? Look at that. They're actually showing that in the main demo.
He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Look how choppy those streams are at the bottom.
Okay. You
Actually,
can chat to your heart's
this is
content,
actually real.
even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? Tough.
Am I being too harsh?
I'm like
I
in
don't
the
care.
sky right here.
That looks actually
Okay, we got it.
awful.
We're safe, we're safe.
Kirby.
Again, really good at it's happening, but
So cute. So cute.
if that's the best they could show off
You can adjust the
performance-wise,
size of your game screen.
I'm mostly just looking down there to see if there's like any new unannounced games or anything.
Lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that.
That bitrate, I don't know how much of it is just a stream,
Like the
granted,
wall, like if she gets past
but the
wall.
bitrate
where I have to do a little
on
wall
those on that
ride.
streaming doesn't look the best.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh,
I wonder if you're gonna have, I wonder if it's gonna at least give you an option for it to be slightly better if you are connected up via Ethernet.
Let's take a
Like if
picture
you're
here.
in docked mode, connected up via wire.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose mix.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
They're bringing a camera.
You can
Please
also connect
tell
this
me that
camera
it's
to
not
the
just going to be a
console.
proprietary. Please tell me you can just
Hey.
hook up literally any USB webcam to it.
Yo, sick.
Hi.
If-
How's everyone doing? Good?
Okay, that
You can
yeah, that
appear on
that
screen
cutout
and
effect
video
is
chat while
awful.
playing a game.
Face is on here.
Please tell me you can use
Here's how
third-party
it looks
cameras.
with just the camera feed.
There you go.
But it's Nintendo, so you never know.
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That okay, that is cool. That is cool. Still looks awful. Actually, look at that. Look at the compression and the cutout on that lazy space in the bottom left.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart.
If it was
You can
actually
play
higher
games
quality,
and
that would be
hang
kind of
out
awesome.
as if you were
But right now,
together in the
that
same
just
room.
does not look
Play
good. I'm
together,
sorry.
Or compete in online multiplayer
That looks
games.
much better.
Chat while playing your personal favorites.
Why did those guys just look so much better?
Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families.
You can just get like a
All
full view
together,
without getting that weird
anytime,
cutout effect. So
anywhere.
that's something.
Game chat.
いかがでしたか？ゲーム
What
チ
do
ャ
you
ットは
think? I
お
mean,
友達やご家族な
I think I
ど
made what I
フレン
think
ドとのオンライン
very,
プレ
very
ーを
obvious.
もっと身近にまるでその場で一緒に遊んでいるかのように楽しんでもらいたいとの思いから開発しました。
I'm gonna have so much to say about
先
this
ほどの
after
映像に
the.
出ていたカメラは
Okay.
任天堂スイッチ2カメ
Okay, I
ラ
have so much
と
to
い
say,
って
to say about this
任天
after
堂
the
スイッチ
after
2
the
と同日に
presentation,
発売
but
します。
I'm just hoping that they.
ゲームチャットをご利用いた
No,
だくに
okay.
は
I hope they would tell us
Nintendo Switch
something about
Online
if the
への加入が
camera,
必要にな
like
り
if you
ます
can use another camera.
ですが
Unless
少しで
it
も
is
多くの方
firmware
に
locked, I
体験
don't
しても
see
らい
why
たい
you
と
couldn't
いう
just
こ
use
とか
another
ら
USB camera.
無料でご利用いただける期間をご用意しました。
And of course, Nintendo Switch Online is still gonna be
ぜひ遊んでみてください。
paid because, of course, It's just one of those scams we all got,
見守りスイッチに対
you
応しており
know, we
お子さん
all
が
just
お
got
友達
used
と
to,
遊
we
ぶ
all
際
just
には
accepted that
保
you
護
have
者の
to
許可を
pay
必
for
要と
online
す
no
る
matter
など
what
さまざまな設
platform
定
you're on.
が可能になっています
Apart from PC, which still is free.
もう一つ、ご家族やお友達とゲームを遊ぶ新しい体験をご紹介します。任天堂スイッチではソフトが1本しかなくてもジョイコンをお裾分けして遊ぶことができますが、任天堂
Yes.
スイッチ2ではさらにソフトがない他の本体ともすぐに一緒に遊べる
That's
お裾
cool.
分け通信ができるようになります。
So you're doing multiple copies.
お裾分け通信はスイッチ2はもちろんスイッチでも受け取ることができ、最大4台で
That
プ
is
レ
actually
イ
going to be
できま
so
す。
so good for a
相手
lot.
に自
So like,
分の画
if
面
you
を
want
見
to
ら
play
れた
Mario
くな
Kart
い
with
ゲームで
someone,
も
two people on the
一
same
本のソフト
console.
で一緒に遊べます。
I mean, two people on separate consoles, something like that.
ま
What?
た
Or like
オンライン
you
に
want
も
to
対応してお
compete
り、
in the cheat any
先ほ
game
どご
where only
紹
one
介
of
し
you
た
has it.
ゲ
That
ーム
is
チャッ
actually
ト
going
の
to come
相
in
手
pretty
とも
useful.
すぐにお裾
Again,
分
I
け通
probably
信が
won't
でき
use
ま
it,
す。
but that is cool.
お裾分け通信ができるのは対応ソフトのみ
Only
になりますが、スイッチソフトの世界の遊び大
Okay,
全
I'm kind of
51を
worried
はじめいくつか予定しており、無料アップデートで
that
お
I
裾
can
分
be
け通信ができる
pretty
ようになります。
tough
もちろんスイッチ2の専
regarding
用ソフト
which
での
games
対
are
応
going
も
to
予
support
定してい
this,
ますので、
depending on how
お楽
much
し
they
み
want
に。
people to buy them. I'm thinking that
続いては
Mario Kart is not going to support it because they didn't show it.
任天堂スイッチ2の本体をご紹介します。
Please.
映像をご用意しましたので
Please show us exactly what's inside the Switch 2.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo
That's pretty
Switch.
good. Anything about being an
Console's
OLED
thickness
though?
remains the same.
Please be at least more than
With
720p.
approximately double the pixels compared to Switch,
So 1080.
you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Yep, 1080. Okay, that is more than enough for that kind of screen. I'm not going to use that anyway. I'm just going to play on play in dark mode.
The screen
Hey,
supports
120
up to
FPS,
120
or you know,
frames per second, allowing
120
for smoother
hertz.
gameplay and supported titles.
Speaking, but 120 FPS is better than the stand to Ooh, HDR.
The
Okay.
LCD screen is
So
more
they
vivid
unfortunately
and supports
no
HDR,
OLED.
providing more contrast between
But
light
we do
and
have
dark
HDR.
areas of the images.
I wonder, like, they're not going to mention what peak brightness there actually is,
All
but
new Joy-Con
they'll
2
probably know
controllers
later.
connect magnetically.
that is a big
Strong
thing.
magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the console. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
That is actually going to be a game changer.
The SL and SR buttons
Yes,
are bigger
even though I
for
have
comfort and
tiny
control
hands
when playing
myself,
with a
those things were
Joy-Con
just way
2
too
held
small.
horizontally. The left and right sticks
They're basically
now
making the whole thing more comfortable for adults. There it is!
Each
Yep.
Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play in compatible games. Both the left and
we
right
all knew it was
Joy-Con
coming
2
and it's actually
support
real.
mouse controls.
Like, what? I wonder what's it going to be used for.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in
Is it
handheld
going to be,
and
I don't know,
tabletop
Pikmin?
modes.
You can control your Pikmin with it? Or maybe they add like other RTS
It
games?
has a
Age of
built-in
Empires on that
microphone,
could be cool.
So you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
Wait,
It
did
also
the
uses
original
noise
Switch not have a
cancelling
mic?
technology to filter sounds, so
I
your
actually can't
voice will
remember.
come through clearly.
Did it not have a mic?
Even if you don't have a surround sound system,
I actually can't remember.
games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
That's going to be pretty interesting to see if it's any good.
Place your
So it's
Nintendo
gonna be
Switch
the-
2
yeah,
however you
it's
like with a large, sturdy stand.
Similar to the OLED.
You can move it freely, like this.
Okay.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the console, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or
Okay, so
targeting
it says a
tabletop mode.
USB-C camera. So I think third-party cameras are fine. Cool.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with
I'm kind of very curious to see
256
exactly
gigabytes
everything
of
you could
internal storage,
plug into that additional
8
USB-C
times
port.
that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
Yes, as
Reading and
to
writing
be
data
expected, more
is
storage.
also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2
4K, let's
dock
go!
to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
And we have
HDR
Ethernet
is
built
also
in.
supported in TV mode.
4K HDR, that's all I wanted. Thank you so much.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your console cool.
Is it gonna actually...
This helps keep performance stable.
Is it gonna boost further when it's in dock mode then? Because of just the better power delivery and also with the better cooling?
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
I don't like the use of the word compatible there. What games from the original Switch are you not going to be able to play on the Switch 2? That's kind of ominous. What could you not play? I'm actually so confused.
ご覧いただいた通り、任天堂スイッチ2は単に任天堂スイッチをバージョンアップしたものではなく、本体設計を一から行い、新たな遊びの機能を盛り込みました。そしてスイッチ2のことをもっと深く知ってもらいたいと思い、とあるゲームを開発しているのですが、川本さん。
はーい。私がいるここはまさにそのゲームのフィールドなんですが、
What is happening?
そのタイトルは任天堂スイッチ2の秘密展というスイッチ2の専用ゲームです。私はここにいたんですね。では皆さんをこのゲームにお招きしましょう。ハテナがいっぱい並んでいます。ちょっと覗いてみましょう。磁石はどこにという話題ですが、本体とジョイコン2は磁石によってくっつくんですよね。
That's cool. It's like a virtual tour of a console.
でその磁石、実は本
That could
体にだ
actually
け
be
入っているん
pretty
です。
fun to mess around
一
with.
方、ジョイコン2は SL、SR ボタンの素材が
I guess
鉄
it
でで
depends
き
on
てい
how
て、くっつ
deep
く
into
というわけ
detail
なん
it
です。
goes. I highly doubt it will
さらに、
provide you
この
with
2
a
つの
screen
間に強い
detailing,
磁気
you
回路
know,
ができるので、本体とジ
the
ョイコン
ins
2
and
は
outs
簡
of
単には
whatever
取れません。
SoC it uses. Well, maybe it
こんな
does.
感じでいろんな秘密を知っていただくことが
Given
で
what
き
kind
る
of
んです。
detail is going into there with the rumble and the
他にも
magnets,
ジョ
maybe
イ
it
コン
does go
2に
into
は
detail
マウス機能
about
がありますが、
the
ジャ
actual
イロセンサーと
board
組み合わせることで
pairing
こん
everything.
なことができちゃいます。
I'm really
ゴル
curious
フ
to
ク
see
ラブ
how
の
the
向きを
mouse
ジ
actually
ョイ
works
コ
in
ン2で
practice.
調整してカップを目指します。マウス機能とジャイロセンサーの
It
組み合
looks
わ
like
せ
it's
で
either
で
going
き
to be
るそう
fine
です。
or extremely finicky. I'm kind of interested to
秘密
figure out
展では
which.
ミニゲームやデモを楽しみながら体感することもできるんです。秘密の種類はスイッチ2ならではの特徴から言われないと気づかないような細かな技術までたくさんあります。任天堂スイッチ2と同日にダウンロードソフ
One
トとして
thing I don't think I've
発売します。
noted,
興味のあ
yeah,
る方は
that is the
ぜ
right
ひ遊んで
Joy-Con.
みてください。
On like the underside of it, the
続いて
IR sensor is
任天
missing.
堂スイッチ
It's
2の
just
周
me, or
辺
is it
情
like
報に
not
ついて
there?
お伝えします。
Is
こ
that
れ
why
が
it said
任天堂
compatible
スイッチ
Switch
2の
games?
専用ソフ
Because
トのゲームカードです。
some games, well, some games. I'm pretty sure I can only recall one game that required that, and that is one to Switch.
続いてメモリーカードですが、スイッチ2に対応するのはマイクロ SD エクスプレスカードになります。マイクロ SD エクスプレスは SD カードの新しい規格で高速なデータ通信が可能となります。これまでスイッチでお使いになっていたマイクロ SD カードは使えませんので、
So
ご注意ください。
regular SD will not work at all. Only
また
express cards.
スイ
That
ッチ
is
からスイッチ2へ
very
の
interesting.
データ移行は任天堂アカウントでログインしていただくことでセーブデータやゲームソフトなどが転送できる丸ごと転
yeah,
送
full
機
system
能が
transfer
使え
as
ま
we
す。
expected.
そして新しいプロコントローラーが登場します。
That C
Game
button
chat
placement there
と
is
起動する C
very
ボタンと
awkward in the middle, but
背面には好きなボタンを割り当てられる GLGR ボタンが増えました。
I never understood the point of
さ
the
ら
Pro
に
controllers
ヘッド
unless
ホ
you
ン
just
マイク端
really,
子も追
really
加してい
hate
ます。
that little
このダイレク
adapter
ト
they
終了
provide
後に
for you to
公
put
式
your
ホー
Joy-Cons
ムペ
in.
ージを公開します。また私たち3人が任天堂スイッチ2の開発についてお話しする
pre-orders going up today
開
as
発者に
well?
聞きましたも公開しますので、合わせてご
Pre-order
覧い
handling
た
is
だけ
going
れ
to
ば
be
と思
fun.
います。
ここで任天堂スイッチ2の発
Okay,
売日をお
I'm
伝え
pretty
し
sure I
ます。
heard June, July.
任天堂スイッチ2の発売日は6月5日で
Yep,
す。
leaks were true.
皆さんで遊んでもらえる日が来ることを 私たちも心待ちにしています。もうしばらくお待ちください。
It's pretty weird that they're not doing it for, for a Christmas launch. But to be fair, the original Switch didn't target a Christmas launch and did completely fine as well.
まずは任天堂スイッチ2の専用ソフトです。スイッチ2の性能や特徴を生かしたゲームをプレイいただけます。2つ目は任天堂スイッチで発売したソフトです。
Are they gonna actually look better and perform better?
3つ目は任天堂スイッチ2エディションです。
Okay, this is gonna
スイ
make
ッ
things
チで発売
complicated.
したいくつかのタイトルにおいてグラフィックを向上
Okay, so
さ
not
せたり
all
スイッチ
games
2
are
ならではの
gonna,
遊びを追加
not
して
all original
新た
Switch
に
One games
お
are
届け
gonna
します。
automatically
ではここで
run better
ス
or
ー
look
パーマリオ
better
パーティージャンボリーの任天堂
on the
スイッ
Switch
チ
too.
2
They're
エディ
gonna
シ
have to
ョン
be
をご
manually
紹介し
upgraded.
ます。
That's
こちらをご覧ください。
okay. I assume that's at least visuals. Performance-wise, I assume that they're gonna do
Super
a
Mario
lot
Party
better on the
Jamboree
Switch too,
is
and
getting
they
an
don't have to be
upgrade on
patched for that.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Because it just
The upgrade expands on
you
the
just have a
base
better
game
hardware.
and
You
adds
just
new
use that
features,
said hardware to
including mouse
run
controls,
more frames. So I don't think that should be an issue. But in terms of upgraded
audio
visuals, yeah, we're
recognition,
gonna have to wait for them to manually
more
patch games.
expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes.
Yeah, I'm never playing
First up is
anything
Mario
with my
Party
camera
mode.
like this.
With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live.
I wonder how many people
a
are actually
mode where
use
the
that.
livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2. Hit blocks to collect the most coins. Guide an RC car
Yeah,
with
no,
your voice.
I'm sorry, but just no
And compete in other minigames
You
using
couldn't
full
pay
body
me
movement and sound.
for this.
Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm.
These are just some
And one where
very
you shake a
interesting
can of spray paint
choices
and quickly
for
tag objects.
for games to show off
Enjoy
the
the thrill
capabilities
of
of the
these
Switch 2
intuitive
with.
minigames. How quickly can you
The
reach
two
the
options,
station?
the two choices were
From minigames that use
Mario
a camera,
Kart
the
and
built-in
Mario
microphone,
Party. Unless we
mouse
get something
controls,
else. Unless they're like
and
gonna do
Rumble,
one more
the
thing and
biggest
then
party yet is
it's
getting
a
even
new
bigger.
Zelda, it's a new Mario.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree
But so
TV
far, yeah.
launches on Nintendo
So
Switch
weird.
2, July 24th.
Weird choices. Then
Nintendo Switch 2 players
they show
who
off the
already
gimmicks, but they
own
don't
Super
show off
Mario
the
Party Jamboree
actual
can upgrade to Nintendo
improved
Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree
graphical fidelity
TV by
or the
purchasing
performance
an
that
upgrade
much.
pack.
you have to
みんなの
purchase an upgrade
表
pack,
情を見な
really?
がらプレイできる新たなマリオパーティーをお楽しみに。この他の任天堂スイッチ2エディションをご紹介します。
Okay, that's a
伝説
yeah,
ブレスオブザ
that
ワ
was
イルドと
expected.
ティアーズオブザキングダムのそれぞれの任天堂スイッチ2エディションでは
I may finally play Tears of the Kingdom.
解像度やフレ
Now
ーム
that's
レー
actually
ト
going
が
to
向
be,
上し
it's going to actually look good
鮮やかな色合いを表
And
現
not
で
least
きる
stuck on a
HDR にも対応するなど
on what's basically
よ
an
り
old
高
Nvidia
精細
Shield.
で滑らかなグラフィックでプレイいただけるようになります。さらにハイラルの冒険を深く楽しめるゼルダノーツが使えるよう
Oh
にな
no,
り
what
ま
is
す。
this going to be?
ゼルダノーツとはスマートフォンアプ
Of
リ
course.
任天堂スイッチアップからご利用い
Okay,
た
but
だけ
what
る
is it?
任天堂スイッチ2エディション専用のコンテンツです。例えばまだ訪れたことがない祠などいろんな場所に案内してくれたり
Guidance activating.
Why couldn't you do that in the
Proceed
game itself? Why do you make me whip out my phone to do it and download an app? Just let me do it in the game
作った
itself,
ものを
please.
QR コードでシェアして他の人のゲーム内で再現したり 冒険がより楽しくなる機能がご利用いただけます。
Okay.
星のカービィディスカバリーではグラフィックフレームレートの向上を
Are
生
they
か
actually
し
going
た
to show off
スイ
anything
ッチ2
completely
エディシ
new
ョンの
though?
みで楽しめる
That's still
追
the
加
main
ストーリ
question,
ーが
apart from
登
just
場
doing
し
Mario
ます。
Kart. But something that really pushes all aspects of the console, not just
舞台は
some of the
人間の力で変化する新世界
new hardware features like the mouse, you know, in Mario Party, but also just the pure horsepower of it, or just improved screen, or you know the improved rumble,
メトロイ
for
ドプライ
example.
ム4ビヨンドですがスイッチ版に加えスイッチ2エディションも発売します。通常操作の他にマウス操作による直感的なプレイが可能
Okay,
に
so
な
it's
りま
confirmed
す。
that Metro Prime 4 is going to be
さら
on
に
both. That's cool.
4K60fps で没入感のある世界を探索するかフル HD120fps
Okay, you can switch
の
between
滑ら
quality
かな
and
アクション
performance
を
depending
楽
on
し
if
む
you
か
prefer
HDR に対応した
more
2
frames
つのモードを
or
好みや環境に合わせてお選びいただけます。
I'm very much in a quality mode
また
camp myself.
この秋に発売予定のポケモンレジェンズ ZA も
Really?
スイッチ版に加え
Even stuff like
スイッ
this,
チ2エ
they're
ディションを
already
発売
saying
しま
that
す。
it's gonna be,
スイ
it's
ッチ
still gonna be able to
2
play it
の
on the
スペッ
Switch
クを
One.
生かしグラフィックやフレームレートの向上などにより
I'm kind of starting to wonder how easy or hard of a sound it's gonna be. Like how easy is it gonna be for them to sound a Switch 2?
ご覧いただいた Nintendo
You know, for a lot of
Switch 2
people who really care about the nitty
パッ
gritty,
ケージ
who
版と
care
ダ
about
ウン
just
ロー
the
ド版を
performance
発
of
売し
it.
ます。
Yeah, but like
また
just for a
すでに
kid,
スイ
you
ッチ
know,
版のソフトをお
like
持
is
ち
a
の
kid
方
gonna
は
really care
アッ
about
プグレードパスをご購入いただく
4K
ことでプレイできます。
HDRiness of the Switch 2?
Nintendo Switch 2
Unless
エデ
there's
ィシ
something
ョン
like
を
really
楽しみ
big
に。
for it that's exclusive to the Switch 2. Which again,
ここでジョイコン2の
well, okay, there's
マウス
the
操作に
Mario
よる
Kart, that's an
完
exclusive
全
as
新
far
作
as
タ
I
イ
can
トルを
tell.
ご紹介します。こちらをご覧ください。
Okay, finally. So what we can do with the new mouse? Please show us. Hopefully you can adjust the IPS of it as well. Not the IPS, DPI. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I spent all of yesterday traveling. I'm sorry, what is this? Are they adding like a Paralympic basketball game to showcase the mouse? Okay. The movement is going to be so weird on this, I can already tell. Do you literally just have to like go like this down on the surface just to move your... I don't know how else to call it, it's literally just a wheelchair. But it's like a turbo wheelchair, you know. It kind of reminds me of, you know how in the early 2000s there was this huge phase for making these like extreme versions of sports games? This is basically that, but for Paralympic basketball.
いろんなプレーを直感的に繰り出せるドラッグ&ドライブ。
Something different at
2つの
least.
マウスによる新たなチーム戦にご期待ください。
Just a bizarre
続いては
thing though.
Nintendo Switch 2にやってくるソフトメーカーさんのタイトルをご紹介します。
This is gonna be big, like having some actual big third-party titles to take advantage of the new hardware.
This world is in dire need of repair.
Granted, I would still never play any of these on the Switch, unless they're exclusive. I'd rather just play on PC.
Through your burden. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord.
So, you know, for people who don't have other options when it comes to consoles, or may not have like a PC good enough for stuff like Elden Ring, being able to play on Switch having the hardware for it is going to be pretty
Hey,
big.
I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that
Okay,
reacts
they
to
are on the
every
third party section, but I'm
setback.
still expecting to get at
It's
least
the kind of
one
game you
big
can quickly
new
pick up
thing
and
in
play
terms
whether you're
of
experienced with the original or not.
in
But for more
terms
about
of like
Hades
first
2,
party titles.
later this
That
year.
really shows up everything the Switch 2 can do.
皆さんこんにち
They
は。
also didn't mention
この中山です
DLSS, I just realized.
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6
I
です。
imagine they would talk about it. No, granted, I don't think resolution scaling in general is something that they talk about at all,
新モードもあります。
or even acknowledged much with the Switch 1.
版の他に
You know, it's not something you want to acknowledge, right?
Years 1, 2,
When you have
Fighter
to
Editionの2バージョン
scale the resolution like that, it just means that the console's kind of weak. So obviously they want to talk about it. People are going to notice it anyway. So obviously it's good for it to be a good scaler like DLSS. But I kind of understand if they don't want to talk about it because again, they don't want to. They don't want to, bring attention to the fact that maybe this console sometimes won't be able to reach 4K 60 or 1080 120. Nvidia's going to talk about it. I can already tell. Probably soon after this, we're going to get a full press release from Nvidia about their partnership with Nintendo on this console.
Thanks for the warm
And knowing Nvidia, they're not gonna.
This planet
will
be
they're
ours.
gonna talk about how they're
sovereign
implementing DLSS into the Nintendo Switch 2 for days.
That was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
I recognize that voice at the end, but I have no idea whose.
I'm super excited for
I don't care about the
Fiction
game
to
at
come
all.
to Nintendo Switch
It just
2.
looks like some
The
angsty
game is a
Japanese
story about
robot
friendship.
fighting game, one in
You
a
play as
million.
Mio, who
But
likes sci-fi, and Zoe,
like their
who
voice
likes
at the end,
fantasy.
I recognize it. I
Together,
don't know what
they get
from.
trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this: if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one. Trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also
Were
be
EA
arriving
Sports
on the Nintendo
games on the
platform.
Switch 1?
EA Sports.
I actually
It's
don't
in the
know.
game.
I don't pay attention to his EA Sports
Hi, I'm
games,
Alan Q
especially on
from
the
Avalanche
Switch.
Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
That's another one.
With
I
enhanced graphics and
swear
seamless
it
world
was already
transitions.
on the Switch 1, or was it not?
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding World like never before.
I actually can't
And the new
remember.
mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy launches. on the
Third-party
same
developers
day
actually
as
taking
Switch
advantage
2.
of the mouse is going to be pretty big, and it's not going to become another gimmick like that IR functionality of the original Switch, which I'm pretty sure is just fully missing because like no one used it. It's always interesting looking back when you look at stuff like the Wii, the Wii U, and then the Switch. Those early features that were just kind of these gimmicks no one used at the end. These features completely abandoned. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of just very intriguing to always look back on and think about what could have been.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
I'm hoping they're gonna at least bring up
Bringing
some
our flagship
franchises, something I
title,
care about.
Hitman World of Assassination to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination.
Is this also why it was a
Our
Peggy 18
era-expanding game
presentation?
will
Because
release on the
Hitman is in
same
it?
day
Is that
as
the only
Switch 2.
reason? Actually, I think Elden Ring's probably a Peggy 18 as
Plus,
well.
we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Sniper Elite. No, that's not IO. Sniper Elite is Rebellion. I have no idea what it is. Oh! Okay.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Is this a completely new reveal, or is this something? Is this a project we already knew about from IO?
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered.
I have no idea what this is.
Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very
Please give me one game, a single game I actually care about.
Upgraded features and advancements.
I don't know. Somebody just fell.
Games with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。
These are the, yeah, I was going to say, these are the Yakuza guys, aren't they? Should really get around to playing them one day. I played a demo back at, I think it was EGX. They looked pretty fun, I just never had the time, I guess. They just look so ridiculously fun. Like, they're just so over the top in every single way, but again, I don't know. Could never be bothered. I never had a time.
ソフトメーカーさんのご紹介の途中ですが、ここで任天堂にも関係するタイトルをご紹介します。
In collaboration with Nintendo.
ご覧ください。
What could they mean by that?
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
This looks Zelda-y.
joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time,
Koei Tecmo the ones who made
evil
Hyrule
rose.
Warriors? Is this what this is?
A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Wait, whoa. Were you controlling Zelda?
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
Wait. They're making a brand new Zelda game where you play as Zelda and they're just handing it over to some another developer? Oh no, this is just Hyrule Warriors then. Okay. I'm almost certain it's Hyrule Warriors. Yep, okay. Crisis averted. I thought that they were just straight up announcing some new big Legend of Zelda game, but I guess it will be a bit too early from the release of Tears of the Kingdom.
ご覧いただいたのは光栄テクモさんのゼルダ無双封印戦記です。もちろん任天堂の開発に協力しています。かつてハイラル王国で起きた封印戦争、その知られざる真実を描いた本作にご期待ください。
ここで任天堂スイッチオンラインについてお知らせです。
Okay.
任天堂スイッチオンラインはスイッチ2でも引き続きご利用いただけます。そして任天堂スイッチオンラインプラス追加パックにスイッチ2専用の加入者特典を新たに
That's
ご
going
用
to
意し
complicate
ま
things
した。
even more. Having some
こちらをご覧
benefits
くだ
be
さい。
exclusive to the Switch 2. They do the whole way they're handling it. Let's go! Called it.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus
please,
expansion
just
pack will
just
be
give
getting a
us,
new classic game library.
give us Eternal
exclusive to
Darkness on
Nintendo
something that
Switch
isn't
2.
a 20-year-old
Nintendo
console. I'm begging you.
Originally released in 2002. Here are the titles that will be available at launch.
I can't see.
A
My screen has
Legend
gone
of
blank.
Zelda
What?
game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling
My
the wind
screen
using
actually
a
went blank
mysterious
when they were saying
baton,
what games are
Link
available.
set sail
Wind
on an
Waker,
adventure
though.
across the Great Sea.
The fact we're not getting
The Legend
Wind
of
Waker
Zelda,
HD, but
The
we're getting
Wind Waker.
Virtual Console, like an
Transcending
NSO.
history and the world. A tale
Wind
of
Waker,
souls
that's
and swords
weird.
eternally retold.
Are we gonna get
In this 3D
Twilight Princess as well?
weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped
Please,
with a different weapon.
please, just give
and
us
Link
Eternal
from the
Darkness.
Legend
That
of
game
Zelda
is so good.
series
Why is my
enters
screen
the
going
fray.
blank? Not now.
Soul
Please, no.
Calibur
Why?
2.
Please, please.
Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races.
More people need to experience
Featuring
Eternal
the series
Darkness.
first, machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero
I'd still
GX.
prefer a sequel, but... What?
In
No.
games that support multiplayer,
Why has it gone blank
up
again?
to 4
Okay.
can play together locally.
What's
or
going on with my
online.
display?
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution
That looks
than the original
pretty
releases.
much like the HD version.
You
Just
can
looking at
also
the way
check the
Link
controls
looks
for
there,
each title
I think that's
and
pretty much just a
customize them
Wii
to
HD
your
version,
liking.
but with the interface looking like more of the GameCube one. That would be a very weird
More
way of doing it.
titles will be added in the future. Nintendo
no Eternal
GameCube,
Darkness.
Nintendo Classics, the
Sad.
Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be
okay.
released.
People are gonna go
It can
crazy for
connect
this one.
wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly
course it
access
does.
Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch
Honestly,
2.
I kind of like the GameCube controller. I'm kind of tempted.
遊んでいただいた方はもちろん、プレイしたことがない方も、任天堂ゲームキューブ、任天堂クラシックスをお楽しみに。
And the Nintendo, that generation, the Nintendo GameCube, the PS2, the original Xbox, and I guess the Dreamcast, that is my favorite console generation. And just seeing those games finally be ported over is pretty big. What on earth is this? Oh, this is some Undertale thing, I think. I don't know, I've never played or cared about Undertale. So I have no idea what I'm looking at. If anyone knows what any of this is, or if this is new, if this is a big announcement or something, please let me know. Because I'm completely lost. Gonna drink some coffee from my giant mug instead. For people who really care about, because Deltarune is a sequel to.
I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Borderlands
4, our
to
upcoming
Undertale or
flagship
something, correct?
Borderlands game
Again, I have no
will
idea.
launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands
That
game we've ever
one
made.
franchise which I
Borderlands
don't
4
think
will
anyone
launch in
understands why it's as big as it
2025.
is.
We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games.
Oh, this is gonna be good for
We're
the
releasing a Nintendo
mouse.
Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Like I said earlier,
In Civ 7, you'll
RTS
establish
games.
an empire
That's
and
gonna
guide
be
your people
huge.
throughout the ages of history.
It's gonna be huge with the mouse.
With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Man, having
And we
to
have
purchase
even more
upgrades
news
though,
from
instead
2K.
of them just being these native next-gen versions, is just
Hi,
kind of
I'm Lionel
annoying.
James.
And I'm Dan Bishop.
Our
Oh,
final
well.
announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm still hoping they
Plus
give me at
NBA
least
2K
one
as well.
franchise.
We can't wait
one
to see you in
game
the
I
ring
actually care
and on
about
the
here.
court.
Because so far there's been literally nothing.
4 kids find this old tattered man off
they went armed with nothing.
Literally, the only thing I cared about on here so far was just Wind Waker, but even then, I wouldn't play it on NSO. I'd just play it on the Wii U rather than just buying a membership. Membership and expansion pack.
Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
What is this? Is this new?
Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything.
Okay, is this something new? Is this something I should be aware of?
For home.
I actually have no idea.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll. Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2. Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel.
I think I've heard of this, but again,
now reloaded in a new 3D art style.
Can really
you can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
What on earth is this? Is this like No Man's Sky for kids? Well, a lot of these franchises, they kind of act like you can't tell if this is something completely new or if this is something you are already aware of. Like, they're not making it very clear if this is something, if this is a like brand new thing or not. It's just, I don't know what this is, but okay, I'm pretty sure that's a new release. That's a new review.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring
the
world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077
I am so intrigued by how this is gonna run on the Switch 2.
Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters
I am
and
actually
discover engaging
okay. So you're
stories
getting
when
Phantom Liberty as
Cyberpunk
well.
2077 Ultimate Edition
I'm
comes to Nintendo
so
Switch 2
curious how
on
bad it's gonna look on a Switch 2. I'm sorry, like it's true. But still, I am almost tempted to get it just to do like some comparison video or something. Again, I'd never properly play it on the Switch 2 because that's why I have a 4080. But for people who just, you know, don't have a PC, don't have an Xbox or a PlayStation, I guess it's a way they can play it now, and that's always good. Okay, that's the partner showcase finished off. So are we gonna get any additional hardware news? Or isn't Silksong like a big deal? Whenever there's a direct, I see a lot of people talk about a game. Isn't it like a big deal? And they just like casually drop it into a show like a sizzle reel. Again, don't correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know anything about most of these franchises. We're kind of reaching the end. There's 10 minutes left, so just enough time for like a one more thing or some other, some more highlights of what the hardware itself is capable of. But again, in terms of the actual hardware, I never expected to get too much detail from here. They'll probably either do it in some blog post or something after the presentation, or most likely NVIDIA is gonna talk a lot about what the hardware behind all of it actually is. Talk about, you know, the DLSS capabilities, talk about some of the architecture behind it, and the actual specs, you know, like memory. They talk about storage, and they didn't talk about memory, and talk about anything like that. 8 minutes to wrap things up with probably one more thing at the end. Come
ここま
on.
で
Don't
たくさんのタイトルをご紹介してきましたが、次がソフトメーカーさんの最後のタイトルになります。ご覧ください。
partner. So it's not first party. That their one more thing is a partner title. Why? That's interesting. What is going on? Watch it be some like big new game from some franchise I again just never heard of.
You my blood. I give you my life.
What is this?
Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
What? Whoa, what? Is this why it's Peggy 18? Is this Bloodborne? I know people really care a lot about Bloodborne, but like it's been just completely abandoned by Sony and From Software. I know people have been wanting like a PC port or something, if I remember correctly. Again, I don't care too much about anything from Software. But if instead of getting a PC port, we're just getting a Switch 2 version or a sequel, I have no idea if this is if this is the original. Oh, if this even is Bloodborne, if it's or if it's just Dark Souls. That's creepy. Imagine, just actually imagine, if after all of that, the next Bloodborne is not on PC, it's not even on PlayStation, it's on Nintendo Switch 2. People are probably freaking out right now in the main chat, but oh, I have to look at that, like, what on earth?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able.
Whenever I see a game like this, I mean, it looks awesome, but at the same time, I'm unfortunately disappointed that it's most likely going to be trapped on the Switch 2, rather than being able to just play it in even higher graphical fidelity on the PC. I assume if they're making such a big fuss out of it, it's going to be at least a time exclusive.
Flow for one.
Unless they actually convinced Nintendo. Oh no, this isn't Bloodborne. Duskblood's Bloodborne. Yeah, maybe. This bird rat thing probably means something to someone. 2026. Okay. Only. Yeah, it's an exclusive. Okay.
ご覧いただいたのは From Software さんが手掛ける完全新作タイトルです。どのようなゲームなのかについてはディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますのでぜひご覧ください。ソフトメーカーさんのタイトルの紹介は以上です。
So there's one more thing from when it comes to first party studios.
ソフトメーカーの皆様、本当にありがとうございます。ご覧いただいた以外にも、Nintendo Switch 2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。今後もたくさんのタイトルをご紹介していきますので、お楽しみに。続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
It's 1456. This is gonna be the last thing. Better be good. Kirby? That's Kirby, right? Yep. There's the pink blob. What's interesting is that we still don't have a Star Fox game on the Switch or the Switch 2. That franchise is completely abandoned after the mess that... What was it called? Star Fox Zero. If you haven't watched that one Weekends with Runner where we tried playing Star Fox Zero, you're missing out. That was a lot of fun. Definitely check that live stream out. It's a new Kirby game. Cool. If you really love Kirby, then... Wait, is this Kirby Racing? Are they doing a Kirby race game? That's the big final announcement. I mean, technically, 2 minutes left. There could be something else. I like how they had to announce that a Kirby game is going to be made by Sakurai, even though he's the creator of it, isn't he? Oh, so this is this like an old thing? I didn't even know that's a thing that existed before. Okay, I was going to say, it'd be very, very strange if they ended on Kirby of all things. No offense to Kirby, love the little guy, but it would be weird. What on earth is this? Mario. Oh, this is Mario. This is definitely Mario. Yeah, Odyssey sequel. We all saw it coming. Thing is, I do not care one bit about Odyssey. I know a lot of people are mad at me right now for saying that, but I literally never... Have I ever played like properly a Mario platform before? I've played some Mario stuff at like conventions, like tech demos and stuff like that. I mean, it's just like general presentation demos. Wow, they're really going for an upgraded DK look everywhere, huh? Wait, is this just a DK game? Was I wrong about saying it's a Mario game? It is essentially Mario Odyssey. It looks like Mario Odyssey, but you play as DK instead. Cool, I guess. Like I said, I cannot summon the enthusiasm from Mario games. I have no idea what it is. I've never purchased a Mario platform before. Be it like a 2D one or a 3D one, like Galaxy or Odyssey. I just never cared about Mario platforms. And to be fair, I've never purchased a Donkey Kong game either. I've never even played, even at a convention or anything. I've never even touched a Donkey Kong game. Again, nothing really that much against them, it's just not my thing. So I'm really curious because they didn't really show off too much about what these games are gonna... None of these games look noticeably better, at least in the trailers, than what you'd get on the Switch one. I imagine it'll really go hard on showing exactly why you should bother getting a Switch 2. Right now, a lot of these games will be available on both platforms, and in fact, you know, if you're getting a Switch 2, you have to pay extra just to experience the upgrade versions. So if you, you have to buy a Switch 2, you have to buy upgrade packs for your favorite games. I think so far there hasn't been much that, that really showcases the new hardware. Like some of the mouse stuff was awesome. Like playing Civ with mouse, that is cool, but again, I'd rather just play Civ on PC. Like, give me some really good exclusive Nintendo stuff that worked great on the Switch itself. I'm not talking about Mario Party. That Mario Party thing was just mostly gimmicks, I'm sorry to say.
任天堂 Switch 2の発売日は6月5日です。最後に発売する本体のご紹介です。
Okay.
まずは任天堂 Switch 2の本体です。
Are they gonna have a price?
ダウンロード版のマリオカートワールドがセットになった本体も発売します。
We haven't had a price yet.
詳しくはダイレクト終了後に公開する公式ホームページをご覧ください。
later today. Okay, so probably that's when we'll
今
probably
回
find
お
out the
伝えす
price.
る内容は以上になりま
So
す。
there's only one launch title
発
as
売まで
well.
もうしばらくお待ちいただくことになりますが、
Oh no, there'll be
Nintendo Switch
multiple
2を
launch titles,
皆
only
さんにご
one
体験い
launch
ただけること
bundle.
を今からとても楽しみにしています。
Though, to be fair, when talking about just the capabilities of the brand new console, okay, thank you very much, guys. In terms of just talking about the capabilities of the brand new console, I guess Mario Kart World is not the worst showcase either. Just a big open world, a Mario Kart game that could, in itself could be a pretty big showcase title. Obviously, the big ones are going to be Legend of Zelda, which are obviously the most graphically intensive games ever on the Switch. Again, it's annoying that you have to get those like upgrades from what I can tell just to enjoy them. But anyway, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'll probably pre-order one anyway, even though I haven't touched my Nintendo Switch in a couple of years now. I can't remember the last time I even played anything on it. But I am very much still gonna get this, even just to review it. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a very, very interesting launch for Nintendo, to say the least. But let me know what you guys thought of this presentation. As you can probably tell, my thoughts on it are extremely mixed. I'm also probably I want to say I'm a bit more, I'm going to say annoyed, but I nag on about a lot of more stuff than usual because I'm tired, because I spent all of yesterday, you know, going back to the UK. But at the same time, it can't be just me, right? I know I'm always negative about literally everything, but it can't be just me, right? Those like features, those camera features looked atrociously bad. Some of the stuff about Nintendo Chat just seemed really, 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 really bad, and I really wish they just gave us Discord instead. But Nintendo's got a Nintendo, and they're gonna have their own solution. We all know Nintendo always like making their own spin on things. They want to be able to control everything, and given how they're this, you know, really family friendly. Well, that's kind of changing, but still, you know what I mean. Given the kind of reputation they have, they want to really be in control of literally everything that happens. So I get that to a degree. But so those features, man, I really wish they just made... Maybe it is going to look better. But at the same time, they'd probably put the best examples of that green screen cutaway feature, or just the actual screen sharing feature. You think they'd put the best examples of it into the presentation. I was hoping for some Monster Hunter announcement. I don't know a lot about Monster Hunter, but again, that just from what I've seen from the franchise, it looks like another title that could really benefit from the Switch too. That could look really, really good on it. Let's complain some more. What else am I disappointed about? I'm disappointed by the fact it doesn't come with an OLED screen by default, which again, I don't think will be too much of a loss, because I won't be playing it handheld like ever. I'll probably just be playing it on one of my, you know, on a TV, on my main screen, whatever. What else can I complain about? They didn't go too much into technical detail, but again, I don't think this is the presentation for it, so I can't understand it. They'll probably either have a breakdown of the exact specs, including the SoC, including the memory situation, including, I believe they talked a bit about storage expandability, so that's fine. They didn't talk about... like, what is it they didn't talk about? They didn't. I'm kind of curious to see what else you could use the additional USB Type-C port for. Could you use it for example, a video capture on handheld mode? Could you use it for USB Type-C storage? Like, are there gonna be some other peripherals that could use it? I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. What else? I'm kind of disappointed by the fact that not all Nintendo Switch 1 games are going to be compatible. Again, they didn't mention what exactly, but I believe it's just going to come down to the fact that it doesn't have IR functionality. So that basically just means you won't be able to play 1-2 Switch. Huge loss, I know. I actually have 1-2 Switch. Yeah, that thing got old after like a day. At the same time, I don't know if everybody want to switch the sequel used the IR at all, or if anyone knows of any other games at all on the Switch that use the IR functionality. On the one hand, I'm kind of disappointed because it feels like it's giving up a bit too easily. I would love to, you know, especially seeing how many units the Switch sold. I really hope they would have just stuck with it, tried to come up with some use cases for it. Right now, it kind of looks like it's giving up a bit too easily, and it also creates the confusion of not all Switch games being compatible with the Switch 2, which is a big headache. Always, that's always going to be a big headache. But maybe there'll be some other functionality that could kind of replace it. We'll see. We'll see. What else? The mouse functionality, that looks kind of cool, but again, I'm hoping for some Nintendo Switch exclusives that are going to really take good advantage of it, rather than just being used for stuff I can play already on my PC. Again, for people who don't have that as an option, I think it's great. But I just hope we get some pretty cool Switch-only experiences where that mouse is going to come in handy. And I wish that they didn't talk about it, but I imagine there's going to be some customization. You're going to customize the sensitivity, DPI, that kind of stuff. Hopefully that's going to be a thing. I'm just curious in general how well it's going to perform, especially seeing how in all of the videos they shown, obviously they were kind of stylized for the trailers, but no one ever used a mouse pad. They were all on very clean, even surfaces like tables. So I'm kind of curious how responsive it's going to be without a mouse pad on very smooth, samey surfaces. That is actually going to come in. That's going to be very, very interesting, because obviously you're not going to carry a mouse pad everywhere. Just so you can plop it down, so you can play Nintendo Switch games with your Joy-Con mouse. So it has to be good, and I imagine they're going to be putting in a lot of effort to ensure that it is responsive even without a mouse pad of any kind. So that's going to be another thing that's going to be very, very interesting to check out. So yeah, send me any of your final thoughts on this, and I guess we're going to be ending things here, because I'm still recovering from all of that travel, and I'm kind of tired. This giant cup of coffee did nothing for me. I am going to review it anyway, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that when it launches on June 5th. So the review's probably going to come like onto the channel like a day or two later. The unboxing's probably going to be on the day. What day is it anyway? June 5th, or 5th of June, I should be saying here in the UK. We're not in America. It's a Thursday. Okay. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But anyway, in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like, whatever, and I see you all in whatever I make next. So goodbye everyone, goodbye.